thank you for watching. This week there's been some rain and some sun, so I've been able to work a bit more in the garden. I've been clearing out the space where the strawberry, the circle around the tree was, and I have been preparing the space for the vegetable garden to be more leveled. For some of you, you've been following me and you know that I've been picking stinging nettle, and that stinging nettle that has been drying up and it's really crispy and crinkly, and when it's like that, then that's the perfect time to crush it. So that's what I'm going to do today, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you how you can make dreams come true through simple activities like crushing herbs. Now that may sound a little bit dorky, and perhaps it is, but it's a procedure that you can do with anything in your daily activities to make yourself grow into the person you want to be and to become closer to the qualities and the reality in your outside world that you desire to have. Now first, let me introduce myself. My name is Eden. I'm an artist, a designer, a developer, content creator, and I live on a beautiful homestead in Norway. And I grow a good portion of my own food, fruits and berries, and the herbs, and also some other staple food. So I love that kind of stuff, and I will bring you with me into it. I love God. I love the mysteries of life. I love where design and arts and music meets science and health and truth. I have a lot of stuff that I am curious about, and I have a lot of stuff that I can, make you curious about. And if you like what you see here, if you like the homestead vibe, the relaxation, some triggers, some nature sounds, some arts and crafts, I love drawing, well then make sure you don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more of my content. Now, in order for me to turn this stinging nettle or any type of herb into a good supplement that I will use in food, it is, first of all, you need to pick it. You need to harvest it at the right time when there's as much nutrients in it as possible. And then, of course, you need to give it a good wash. Use some running clean water and just make sure that it's clean. Then afterwards, it needs to be dried. And then once it is dry, I like to crunch it up and just make those crinkly sounds. Now, I like to crush it by hand first, because then I can pick out, the branches and the hard parts and just keep the leaves and those parts that are meant to be kept. And then afterwards, sometimes I put it in a blender so that it will turn into a powder. Now the powder is very practical and very condensed, so you can have a lot of stinging nettle, put it into a tiny little bottle, and it's gonna be a source of really rich nutrition for a very long time. And of course you need to wear gloves, because the tiny little hairs of the stinging nettle is still on there, and it's going to be painful if you don't have gloves. However, once you have crunched it and you put it into soup or sauce or bread or even raw in a smoothie, there's not going to be any problem with those hairs any longer. I remember the first time that I made stinging nettle, smoothie with that in it. I was kind of like tasting a little bit carefully because I was scared, or I just wanted to test that there wasn't any of these hairs, or like I would burn myself or get painful stuff down my throat. But no, all that is gone when you put it in a high-speed blender or ordinary blender. What I want to tell you today is that while I am crushing this stinging nettle, which is such a nutrient-rich supplement, one of the most nutrient-rich plants in the entire world, because that is so nutrient-rich, it is stimulating the system to get everything it needs to build and create and to shape the physical body and everything that needs to be maintained, whether it's the skin or it's the hair or the nails, the teeth, or anything inside and out. And we know that, right? That's not a secret. But what I want you to do right now is to imagine that this stinging nettle is like a supplement for you, for your soul, for your inner being, for your inner qualities, so that not only your physical body, but your emotions, your mental state, your thoughts, your entire being, your soul, your spirit, everything inside of you, including your heart, is getting the nutrients that they need. So I'm just thanking for that flow that is coming into you, and I ask you to imagine that it is coming into you. And as I am crunching and crushing this stinging nettle, I am helping make that nourishment and nutrition, wisdom available to you, so that you can suck it up like your body sucks up all the nutrients when you have been eating something that is very rich in the trace minerals and vitamins and nutrients, everything that you need. But now we're talking about your emotions, your soul, your spirit, the rest of you, the part of you that is not fed by food, but by love, by light, by wisdom, by insight, by other elements that are so important. Discipline, integrity, whatever it is. I just want you to imagine that your cup is filled and that you are getting everything that you need, and all the obstacles are being crushed and squeezed and pushed together, so that the essence and the wisdom from it is being extracted and made available, easy for you to chew, easy for you to digest, and easy for you to absorb and integrate into your being. Now while I am crunching these stinging nettle crispy leaves, I want you to come closer to making your dreams come true. how is that done? Well, I like to create symbolic actions out of my daily activities. It's not something I do always, but it is definitely an essential part of my life. So for example, when I am crushing this herb and I put it between my hands and I crush it, I may be thinking, and that's what I want you to think right now. Think of something in your life that you don't want any longer. There's a resistance, there's negative patterns, there's habits that you don't want any longer, or there's emotions that is draining you or tearing you down, or that is simply just negative. It's standing in the way between what you are here to do or what you want in life. Well, if that's something that you can relate to, then now as I'm crunching this, think that that is what is being crunched and crumble apart and fall to the ground as pieces. So I just crush it away. Let that negativity be destroyed and put to death and put away in such a way that there is space for something new and good to come into your life. And just talk to your system and say, hey, now I am tearing down these negative patterns of self-criticism or depression or fear or doubt, whatever it is. I'm crushing it, and afterwards when I'm done crushing all of it, then I will tear out and pull out those stems and hard parts that was keeping it together. I am removing it now so that instead of this negative elements that's been in my life, I am now gonna fill up with something good. And then I start extracting the wisdom and the nutrition from the crushed leaves, because every experience in life can teach us something, right? There's not many coincidences, really. We get into situations so that we can learn and we can grow, and through that we can extract the wisdom, the knowledge, the new habits, the ways to adapt, etc., so that we can handle more and do well. And that's what we can do with the leaves. If you use them for tea or soup or food, whatever, it is made available for the body to extract the nutrients, and the rest is discarded. By removing the negative parts that are not, available for us as a good thing, we are left with what can give us an essence and an extraction of wisdom and nutrients that's gonna build us up. And that is what I want to feed your soul and your system, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your entire being right now. And through that, you are gonna be set free. You are gonna grow into the next level. And this is the beginning of that tree that you have. But first we need to cleanse out something, crush something, and allow something new to enter in. So I hope you can see that through simple activities like this, you can actively be part of molding your life, your character, your future, your present, everything, by allowing those simple tasks in your life have meaning. Everything we put our mind and our focus to is what we will move towards, and it's what we are telling our system to prepare for. And that is why it's so powerful to put these kind of practices into our daily lives. And it's also why it's so important to be mindful of what is actually going on. What kind of thoughts and self-talk do we have? Is it building us up? Is it taking us closer to our dream? Or is it leading us away from it? And dreams do come true if you believe in the good things that are made for you. But you have to nourish it like a plant, like a seed in the soil. You need to have faith and a belief that it can come true for you. And every time you do believe that, it will grow a little bit more and a little bit more. And that is the process I wish to nourish in you today. So I hope that you can see that this is so simple. One of the things that I may mention is that I am wearing this, well, I don't know the name of this in English. You tell me. It has these things up here. I don't even know the name of that. And then it's straight here, and it's pants, so it goes all the way down. And I bought this. I loved it. I love this, the textile, the fabric, and I love the color. And it's kind of like linen, but it's not linen. So it is, probably just cotton. But then it was a little bit too short on my legs. That's unusual because I am a tiny person, but this one was obviously made to be, very short, like ankle, mid-calf, something like that. And then it was a little bit short for me. But what I did is that because I've been fixing some other pants, I had a few, extra bits of textile from other pants that I've been cutting off. And then I put those together with some lace, and I added to the length of the pants. And then to make a match, I took some piece of the same textiles and made this decorative stuff up here. And the result is basically an outfit that is so much cuter than what it was when I bought it. So I am really happy about that. So as you can see, I'm wearing it in my garden when I'm not doing the most dirty work.